Welcome ESL to Week 12 and the round of 4 of the Next Gen Series as we getting set for some qualifying. And on the track is Tyler Commander, one of those drivers that is hoping he could bring the championship home to DOG today. We will see what type of lap time he could put together in his first lap. And here we go as he goes around turn 2. Tyler Commander has shown some speed this season. He finally got over the hump, and here he is today with a shot to win the chip as he crosses the line. And right now, Ace Blade is on the pole, and he is the other playoff driver in the round of 4. Will this time hold? This will be crucial for him if he can get the pole to start this race. And he crosses the line. And it is Aaron Kozak on the pole for today's race. In second, William Thompson. What a qualifying run by him. Third, Ani. Fourth, Amelia Rose. Fifth, Odeon. Sixth, E. Weezy. Merle in seventh. Ralph Lumley in eighth. Travis Arthur, ninth. And Andrew Green rounds out your top 10. Doug Britton, one of your round of 4 drivers, he is starting 17th. Kyle Storm is starting 20th. Tyler Commander, 27th. So a lot of these drivers have their work cut out for them as they're starting mid-pack. That's kind of not where you want to be. We saw that yesterday. But we will see what happens during the race. I'll be back in a few minutes. And we are back and getting set for the round of 4, the championship round at Phoenix. This should be a great one. As we look at your playoff drivers, your round of 4 drivers, Ace Blade is starting in 22nd. We will see what he can do. But the pace car is already off. And we are already getting ready to get this going. Everyone's going to be on pins and needles during this race. But all you have to do is finish ahead of the other 3. And we are underway to round of 4, the championship round. And Eric Kozak quickly takes the lead. We have 39 laps in this first stage. William Thompson in the outside yesterday, 1987 series. That outside was pretty fast. William Thompson trying to take the lead away from the 99, but the 99 is pretty strong in that inside line. He is doing everything he can to hold on, but it looks like William Thompson takes the lead, but 99 comes right back. He's trying to hold on to this lead in the inside. And Amelia Rose in the outside. Amelia Rose is retiring after this race. As we're almost 3 wide, E. Weezy trying to split them both. And that could be a little dangerous here. He gets right behind Kozak. As we try to find our playoff drivers, and there's Kyle Storm currently in 18th. And Doug Britton in 16th. Ace Blade in 23rd. And Tyler Commander in 22nd. All these drivers are not too far from each other. Everyone's side by side battling for position early on. But we have William Thompson. He has pulled away from Amelia Rose. So he's showing some early speed in this first stage. As we have a battle for 9th, and that's Kenny Flourish. He takes over. He passed the 79 Odeon. But there's battles all throughout this field. But once these tires start to wear, we're gonna start getting more single file. But for right now, everyone's being pretty aggressive. As you see, Lotus Lee making a pass on the 26 on the outside. We have a cool track, so there's a lot more grip, only 78 degrees. So there's a lot of grip on this track tonight. William Thompson still your leader, but it looks like Amelia Rose is slowly closing in. And there is Doug Britton, moves up another position up to 11th. Kyle Storm's not too far behind in 13th. He's trying to get in line. And Doug Britton looking to advance again, moves up to the top 10. Doug Britton on the move. He's trying to move into the 9th place now. He's showing some speed early on in this stage. And he is up to 9th. Kyle Storm in 16th. He doesn't want Doug Britton to get too far ahead. Ace Blade in 18th. And right behind Ace Blade is Tyler Commander, as they're actually almost side by side there. And they are side by side going into 1. Now Ace Blade goes to the inside of Kyle Storm. These are all around the 4 drivers separated by 1 position. But they have to try to make their way through this traffic as Doug Britton is currently sitting in 9th. So they don't want him to get too far ahead, and he is just making moves. Here he goes, trying to take away 8th from the 62. And right now he is moving up to 8th. Showing a ton of speed early on. We will see what type of long run speed all these drivers have the deeper we get into this run. Well, William Thompson still your leader. Emilio Rove second. Aaron Kozak in third. E. Weezy fourth. And Lotus Lee fifth. William Thompson looking for that first win of the season. He is definitely trying to play spoiler today. And he finished last in points in the standings, so he's made a huge turnaround these last few weeks. He's definitely has been way more competitive. And he might be switching teams. I mean, there's rumors out there he's looking for a team. So he's trying to show everyone what he can do. Amelia Rose not too far behind. As the field is starting to settle in, everyone's pretty much single file now. But Emilio Rose is definitely closing that gap on the 14. Eric Kozak in third. Weezy still in fourth. And Lotus Lee in fifth. Doug Britton currently in eighth. And he's trying to make another move. He bounces to the outside of the 79. He continues to push forward. And he is going to get by the 79. That outside lane is pretty fast. He's been using that high line to his advantage. And he makes the pass on the 79 up to 7th. So those other 3 drivers in the round of 4, they have their work cut out for them. Kyle Storm currently in 16th. Ace Blade in 20th. Tyler Commander has lost a lot of ground. He is in 28th. It will be interesting how these pit strategies play out. Amelia Rose continues to inch closer to the bumper of the 14. As we have 19 laps to go. But the man on the mission right now is Doug Britton, as he is almost caught up to Andrew Green. He's been on rails this first stage. And he's looking to bounce to the outside of the 26. When will he make his move? He is right there already. Now he goes to the outside, and this is where he's been making most of his passes. They go around turn 2. And Doug Britton moves up to 6. He is doing everything he can to not to be denied the championship today. I mean, it is early on. A lot can happen, but he's just trying to put himself in the best position possible. Now he has his sights set on the 125 Lotus Lee, last year's champion. As the laps are ticking down to the end of stage 1. Kyle Storm is starting to make up a little bit of ground, up to 14th. He still has a way to go to catch Doug Britton. Ace Blade not too far behind at 81. He is currently 17th. And Tyler Commander continues to drop down to 32nd. But there's plenty of race left. As we saw yesterday, Evan Ethel, he struggled all race in the first 2 stages, and then in the 3rd stage, he turned it on. He wasn't able to win the championship, but he made a heck of a run yesterday, so anything is possible. 14 still in control of this race. And it seems like he is extending his lead now up to 0.6 of a second as we go around turn 3. "12 laps to go." Doug Britton continues to march forward, makes another pass. He passes Lotus Lee and E-Weezy up to 4th. That car is seriously on rails in this first stage. As we go around, yes, he crosses the start-finish line. Can he catch up to Aaron Kozak before this stage ends? He is up 13 positions since the start of the race. And this is the type of run you got to have if you want to have a chance to win the championship. And now Ace Blade, he passes Kyle Storm. As they're side by side, this is for 13th. Ace Blade gets by, up to 13th now. Tire wear plays a huge role on this track, so pit strategy is going to be interesting. I don't know who will try to stay out on worn tires. I mean, we saw a few cars yesterday stay out after the 2nd stage, but it's a very risky move. Well, it'll be interesting to see how these pit strategies play out after the end of the 1st stage. And there goes Ace Blade trying to make another pass on the 56, Freddie Trammell. And Doug Britton, he gets by Aaron Kozak. He is just like a rocket ship in this 1st stage. Up to 3rd. Up 14 positions. If any race you have to make a run like this, today's the race you want to make a run. As we have 8 laps to go. William Thompson still leads this race. Amelia Rose cannot seem to gain no ground, but there is Doug Britton right behind Amelia Rose. This is for second. He bounces to the outside and making a pass around turn two once again. He's just been picking them off one by one. He moves up to second place, up 15 positions. Can he catch the 14 before the end of the stage? Man, what a run by the 84. And he is catching the 14 very quickly. He is almost there already. And now he's already looking to the outside. He has a lot of momentum coming out the turn as we have 5 laps to go. And this time he's going to try to make the pass on the inside. Can he make it stick in the inside? It's going to be tough. And he makes the pass easily. He's fast on the high line or the low line. It does not matter. And he takes the lead for the first time today, up 16 positions. What a crazy run in this first stage. As we have 4 laps to go. As we see a slow car up ahead. I think that is Irwin. Kyle Storm moves up to 12th, just passes Ace Blade. So he's trying to charge up front as well, but he's still pretty far behind the 84. Doug Britton goes around 3 and 4. 2 laps to go to the end of the stage. Tyler Commander moves up to the 26th position after being 32nd at one point. Now we see Irwin up ahead. As now we're going to have a lap to go. And Britton might lap this car that is ahead of him. And he bounces it to the outside. He gets a little loose going around the turn, but he's definitely going to make this pass. As Doug Britton goes around turn 3 and turn 4, Doug Britton wins stage 1. Doug Britton wins that stage in a dominant fashion. He was just picking them off one by one, moved up 16 positions. Great run by the 84. Now let's see these pit strategies. These pit stops are going to play an important role, and Doug Britton decides to stay out. And everyone else goes onto pit road. We will see how this is going to play out. He's going to be on a whole different cycle. Pit cycle. Can anyone gain any positions on pit road? William Thompson comes out first. Amelia Rose second. Lotus Lee, Kenny Flores, E. Weezy, Travis Arthur. But the 84's crew chief decided to make him stay out. But we know tires are extremely important at this track. We will see if he can at least hold off some of these drivers. But for how long? Until the tires going to start equaling out eventually. But will he lose a ton of positions? Right now, Kyle Storm is currently in 11th. And Ace Blade is in 12th. And Tyler Commander is in 25th. Tyler Commander has a ways to go. But the 81 and the 101 can easily catch Doug Britton depending on, how well he manages his tires in that first stage. And here we see Lotus Lee in the pits. So it's possible these cars missed their pit stall. There was a lot of traffic on pit road. Luckily, those drivers are not in the round of 4 because that would have been a disaster for those teams. The end of stage 2 is lap 83. As the pace car comes off the track, this pit road is extremely long. Let's see how Doug Britton holds up on this restart. And will this cause any type of chaos for anyone else behind him? We will see as the green flag comes out and Doug Britton has a great restart. What a jump by the 84. And he needs that, especially on the worn tires. William Thompson in second. Kenny Flores trying to fight on the outside, and he might be taking second away from the 14. But this battle right here is just going to help Britton move a little more ahead. But here comes the 90 and the 99. How long will Britton hold on to this lead is the question. But he had a great jump on that restart. But he has 2 fast drivers right behind him on fresh tires as the 90 and the 99. And they're already almost up to his bumper. And not too far behind is Ace Blade. He is up in 5th. Kyle Storm is in 11th. When will Kenny Flores make this pass? He bounces to the outside. He gets loose going around the turn. But he still manages to make the pass. He is on these fresh tires. And here comes the 99 as well. Makes the pass. Ace Blade is out there. Ace Blade in third. Doug Britton has dropped down to seventh, and he is extremely loose. He's on these worn tires. And there goes Kyle Storm, moves up to seventh. Doug Britton trying to hold on to the top 10 right now. Tyler Commander still struggling in the back of the field. There's a ton of traffic ahead of him. He's going to have to try to figure some things out. Right now, Ace Blade is your leader of the round of four. He's currently sitting in third, and your leader is Kenny Flourish. And he had a great run last season in the playoffs. Matt made the round of four himself. He would love to get a win today. Aaron Kozak in second. Ace Blade in third. Kyle Storm trying to make some moves. He's currently in seventh, but he's in that inside lane. He gets passed by eRacing. He might get passed by Odeon as well. And Odeon makes the pass. Kyle Storm currently in ninth. It might be 10th because here comes Rhett Sawyer on the outside. And he gets a little wide going around the turn. But he's still probably going to make this pass. Kyle Storm might lose another position here. Andrew Green gets by. So he is down to 11th. Tyler Commander in 21st, and right ahead of him is Doug Britton. He is holding on as best as he can, but he went from your leader to 20th. But he is on a different cycle. If these drivers decide not to pit at the end of stage 2, then he's going to have a great opportunity to make a run. Tyler Commander gets by. He's in 20th. Kenny Flores still in the lead. But Kozak is almost right on his bumper. Ace Blade still in third, having a great run this stage. And we still have a lot of laps left in this stage. Weezy makes the pass on the 14 William Thompson. There's Axel Raven about to make the pass on the 14 as well. As he's trying to battle on the outside. And he has Odeon right behind him. Kyle Storm loses another position down to 13th. We've had a great race so far. No incidents, been very clean. We had a little mishap of a few drivers missed their pit stall, had to come back in, but that was really it. Candy Flores seems to be pulling away from the 99. As we have 19 laps to go. Can the 101 get by the 99? Kyle Storm still in 13th. JQ's right behind him. He does not want to continue to lose positions here. It's not going to help his cause. And JQ looks to the outside to make the pass under 81. And the 81 loses another position. And Ace Blade moves up to second. He's in a battle with E Weezy. And E Weezy actually takes the spot away and tries to block him, gets back in line. So Ace Blade still in third. Kyle Storm continues to lose positions down to 15th. With Doug Britton currently in 33rd. But he is on those extremely worn tires. He has not pitted all race. Those tires are about 65 laps old. So there's not much he can do. Tyler Commander in 22nd. Kenny Flourish still your leader. A close second is the 299. And then Ace Blade in third. Well, he seems to be slightly fading. And here goes Eweezy. Can he make the pass on the 90? He's looking stronger. And the 90 gets very loose coming out the turn. And that helps Eweezy make the pass. I thought the 90 was going to lose it there. It was very close. But we're starting to get late in this run. And now we see Ace Blade. He gets closer to the 90. Can he pass him before the end of this stage? Aaron Kozak currently in fourth. Stefan Forge in fifth. Axel Raven sixth. Odeon 7th. Rhett Sawyer in 8th. Andrew Green 9th. And William Thompson rounds out your top 10. Kyle Storm struggling down to 19th. So this stage has not been good to him whatsoever. Tyler Commander up to 23rd. And Doug Britton is almost at the tail end of the field, 35th. E. Weezy is now your leader, and he has pulled away from the 90. So whatever adjustments they made to that card, he has a ton of speed in this second stage. Ace Blade, can he get by his teammate before the end of this stage? But right now he is sitting great heading into the third stage in third. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better outcome besides being the leader heading into the third stage. As long as he makes no mistakes, and if they get on pit road, he cannot afford a mistake on there as well. So there's still a lot of scenarios at play here. Do some of these drivers stay out? Doug Britton's still out there. If he comes in, that could change the game for sure. It will be close on fuel for sure, but there was a few caution laps. This is for the 84. He was asking if he had enough fuel. It's gonna be close, but there was a few caution laps in between, so you should be okay. But Eweezy continues to pull away, almost a 2.5-second lead. And this race is late afternoon, so the track will continue to change the deeper we get into the race. Right now the track is at 90 degrees. Barely any wind, 2 miles an hour. But we have 6 laps to go. Ace Blade still in third. But Kenny Flores has pulled away by a few car lengths. Ace Blade up 19 positions. Not great qualifying, but he worked his way up through the field. And Kyle Storm in 19th. And the caution is out. And it's Merle McGuire hits that wall. And these worn tires at the end of this run. Let's try to see if we can see what happened here. And it looks like Merle just gets into the 73, loses control, and then gets hit by Aaron Hughes and a 61. Let's take a look from the chopper cam. It's hard to tell from that angle. Well, let's ride on board. The 73 gets loose coming out the turn, but I don't think he just got into him and then just could not hold on. So now this changes a lot as there's a ton of cars on pit road. Pit road is extremely busy right now. And there's a few cars decided to stay out. So this unforeseen caution definitely shakes things up some. But Doug Britton got his pit stop that he desperately needed a little earlier. We will see when we get the one to go. We might have a one lap shootout here for the end of the stage. So this will be the end of the stage because we're gonna go around again. Then the lights on the pace car should go off, and by the time we hit the stripe again, it will be lap 83. So this is the end of stage 2, and eWeezy wins this stage. And the stage is set for stage 3. And let's look at where your playoff drivers are at. Ace Blade in third, but he did not pit. And we saw what happened to Doug Britton when he did not pit. Kyle Storm in 27th. Not a great pit stop. And there is Tyler Commander in 17th. After struggling this whole time, he is only behind Ace Blade here. And Doug Britton. What can Doug Britton? He has his work cut out for him. But we saw what he did in the first stage. So I really wouldn't count him out. We still have plenty of race to go. So this is going to be extremely interesting from here on out. And there's a possibility we might get another caution late in the run. As we saw, Burrow's tires were pretty much done towards the end of that run. So things could get very tricky. But here we go. There's a lot at stake here. A lot of scenarios still at play. Who will come out on top at the end of this race and bring the trophy home? And the green flag waves, and we are underway. And Kenny Flores takes the lead away from eWeezy. And there's Ace Blade. He is in the inside lane. Can he fight off these other round of 4 drivers? He has to do whatever he can to hold on as we're 3 wide. Aaron Kozak trying to split Ace Blade and Brogan. Man, this could get a little dangerous here on this restart. A lot of these drivers are aggressive. They have fresh tires. And there is Tyler Commander. He is not too far away from Ace Blade. There is Kyle Storm in 28th. Doug Britton in 30th. He's gained a few positions, but he has so much traffic ahead of him. And actually right in front of him is Kyle Storm. It's going to be a few laps before this field starts to go single file as the tires start to wear. And now Tyler Commander gets ahead of Ace Blade. Can he hold on to win the championship? There's still a lot of laps to go, about 45. But he needs to try to gain as many positions as he can and put some distance between him and the other three. Ace Blade in 18th. As we see, someone just came out the pits. Kyle Storm in 25th. Doug Britton in 33rd. And Freddie Trammell is your leader. Right behind him is Lotus Lee. Freddie Trammell came out of nowhere. But there was about 5 drivers that stayed out. And he's up 13 positions. Lotus Lee in second. Chris Andrews having a great race today in third. Brogan fourth. And Aaron Kozak fifth. And right now, Tyler Commander just doing everything he can to gain a few more extra spots here. As Lotus Lee is trying to fight for the lead. So we have all types of things going on in this race. Lotus Lee gets by the 56. He's looking to get his first victory of the season after not making the playoffs and just struggling this season, trying to bounce back. Tyler Commander in 13th. Kyle Storm in 20th, but he has so much traffic up ahead, and he needs to get out of that low line. Doug Britton in 34th. It's extremely difficult being in so much traffic. There's so much dirty air. It just makes your car unstable. It affects the setup of the car. So if these drivers ahead of him could get single file, that is definitely what he needs. Kyle Storm in 19th. And Tyler Commander cracks the top 10. So he's doing everything he can to put some distance from these other drivers. You know, last season, Odeon made the round of 4. And now it's another DLG driver, Tyler Commander. And in the last few weeks, man, Tyler Commander has shown some speed. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta hit that little hot streak at the right time to be able to continue advancing round to round. Kyle Storm in 18th. Now we see the 21. Is he gonna try to split the 24 and the 81? Kyle Storm gets a little loose coming out the turn. Ace Blade down to 32nd. Not having tires, not coming in for tires is so big. Doug Britton up to 26, so starting to slowly make his way through. We know he has the car and the speed. And there's Tyler Commander, moves up to 9th. So he continues to move his way up the field. And there's not a lot of congestion up towards the front of the field compared to the middle and the back. Kyle Storm in 17th. Doug Britton in 21st makes another pass. So he's trying to wheel this car as much as he can. He still has about 43 laps. Actually, 33 laps. If we get another caution, that would definitely shake things up. The Lotus Lee, still your leader. And he has put some distance between himself and the number 2. A 1.5 second lead. Great run by the 125 today. You know, sometimes it's just about catching some breaks. You catch some breaks and you just find yourself in the right place at the right time. And that's what has happened to the 019. Can Commander make another pass past his teammate, the 75? And the 75 has some damage because he was involved in that incident early on when Merle hit the wall. But he just needs to stay consistent, hit his marks, and he will bring home the championship in Season 9. As Kyle Storm moves up another position, up to 17th. Make that 16th. Doug Britton up to 20th. He is in the inside of the 21. And Ace Blade is 34th. He is pretty much out of it. Unless we get some caution and something crazy happens. The Lotus Lee continues to extend his lead. Tyler Commander continues to hold on to 8th. As we, next time by, we will have 25 laps to go. And you can see Tyler Commander is abusing those brakes. You can see the red of how hot his brakes are. Tyler Commander takes another position away, up to 7th. And he is picking up some steam in this third stage. He knows he has to do his best driving in his career in these last few laps. Kyle Storm currently in 16th. Doug Britton in 20th. Ace Blade in 31st. And Lotus Lee still in the lead. having himself a great third stage, up 11 positions from the start of the race. But that lead has shrunk a little, down to 1.2 seconds. Travis Arthur, he gets by, he moves up to third. Tyler Commander still in seventh. But he is sitting good right now. And the laps continue to wind down. And the 81 is not making any ground. The 84 lost a position. So right now it's looking like Tyler Commander is going to bring this thing home. He just cannot have anything crazy happen to him. If he catches these cars up ahead, he needs to be careful when he makes these passes. But right now, the DOG team is 5th, 6th, and 7th. They've been very strong in these playoffs. You got to give them credit. They have brought some fast cars in the playoffs and during the season. I mean, a big turnaround for this team. They've continued to work. And he has caught up to Brogan. As we have 18 laps to go. And Lotus Lee's lead has shrunk down to 3/10, and Chris Andrews is right there. Now Tyler Commander, he gets by. He's trying to get by Brogan here. He just needs to make a clean pass. You do not want to make a mistake, hit the wall, something catastrophic. As we have a battle for the lead. Chris Andrews on the outside, and he takes the lead for the first time today. Chris Andrews. Having himself a third stage. Tyler Commander still in 6th. Kyle Storm in 15th. Doug Britton in 22nd. And we are deep into this run, so these drivers are just hanging on to the end of this race. Ace Blade 30th, but he did not pit, so his tires are extremely worn. As Chris Andrews is starting to pull away from Lotus Lee. The Lotus Lee was having a good run, but then his tires just, he has no tires left. And now he is quickly fading, almost a second behind Chris Andrews. Kyle Storm drops back to 16th. Doug Britton to 23rd. And Tyler Commander still in 6th. He's going to lead this ship and win the title, as we have 12 laps to go. He might catch his teammate to 79. That is the only car he needs to worry about. If he's going to make the pass, it just needs to be a clean one. Yes, he is almost to the bumper of the 79. He is up 21 positions. When will he make this pass? As we head into turn 1. He's onto the bumper. He bounces to the outside. He just does not want a mistake from his teammate here. As they're still side by side going around 3. Nine laps to go. Tyler up into the top 5. Heck of a run by the 019. Kyle Storm in 16th. Doug Britton 22nd. Ace Blade 29th. And Chris Andrews is your leader. And he has pulled away from Lotus Lee as he is running away with this race. Heck of a run by the 2 to finish the season. He will be in victory lane. Almost a 3-second lead. Now Tyler has to worry about the 99, and the 99 could be pretty aggressive. But he's going to have to get by him before this race is over. He bounces to the outside, gets a little loose and going around the turn. That's their side by side heading into 1. And he cleanly makes the pass up to 4th. What a run by the 019. It wasn't looking good for him early on. In that first stage, he was struggling. He was like 32nd. And here he is in the top 4 with 5 laps to go. He's going to bring in the championship and bring in DOG's first Drivers' Championship. What a way to end the season for sure for that team. They should be extremely proud of the program they have put together. And now Tyler has to worry about Irwin to get the pass by that 777. He gets right by. Can Tyler gain one more position and pass Travis Arthur here? As we have 3 laps to go. He is on the bumper. He bounces to the outside, gets loose making that turn. These tires are extremely worn at this point. And he gets back in line, couldn't make the pass, bounces back to the outside. They both get loose, almost touch right there. 2 laps to go. And now finally gets ahead of the 405. And he's going to have a top 3 finish today. As Chris Andrews goes around turn 4. White flag waves. Last lap of this race and of this season. Great run by the number 2. This is a great win for the Desperado team. They desperately needed a win like this. And Chris Andrews wins at Phoenix. And Tyler Commander is your Season 9 champion. And brings home the championship to the DOG team. Congrats to them in winning their first title in their history. And Tyler Commander, the 019, will forever be cemented in history for the DOG, winning the first championship for the team and winning it in dominant fashion, up 24 positions from the start of the race. Hats off to that team. And for those other 4 drivers, Kyle Storm, Doug Britton, Ace Blade, man, you guys can't keep your heads down. You had an amazing season. It is extremely difficult to make the round of 4, so you should be proud of that for sure. It sucks not to, get to that finish line and win it, but it's extremely tough. The competition is tough. You need a lot of things to go your way, but I'm sure all you guys will bounce back. But congrats to Tyler and congrats to Odeon, the owner of DOG, for putting together a great program and winning his first team series driver championship. But we had a fantastic race. It was pretty clean besides when Merrill hit the wall there. We had one caution, but the race was pretty clean. It came down to a few strategies, and it really came down to some of these long runs as well. Some drivers were extremely fast, but it's been a great season overall in the ESL. A great next gen season as well. Stay tuned. There'll be some announcements coming out. There's going to be a little change in the series that are coming out. We got some exciting stuff that we've been working at in the background. We still have the All-Star races too. I'll announce that. It'll be the top 16 drivers that made the playoffs. That's who's going to be in the All-Star race. I haven't determined the track, but I am considering the R Oval as they just updated that track. So I think that would be a fun race to watch for an All-Star race. But we will see. I will make that announcement soon. Keep an eye out. Tomorrow I'll be doing some league server maintenance, so you'll see some roles start changing and things like that. And I'll start announcing some of the new series that are coming out. So I'm looking forward to the off season and for season 10. I think season 10 is gonna be a blast. But this season has been great. But let's celebrate these drivers that made the playoffs in the All-Star races. Support these drivers. They put a ton of work and they made it into the playoffs. So you got to give them the credit they deserve, and that's what the All-Star races are for. And we'll see how they go. It'll be a fun top 16 drivers going at it. Small field. It's gonna be some fun racing. I'm looking forward to it. But thanks again for supporting the stream and supporting the league. I will see you guys next time.